what will happen is that your own family that are expecting dowry, they'll start labeling.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nyandeng.
And my name is Jimosis.
In today's video, we're going to tackle something that's quite controversial. That is, should men date financially stable women? Or is that something like a taboo?
To me, as a man, I would like to date a woman that's financially stable for so many reasons.
Okay.
In this modern society, it's more of like sharing responsibilities, right? So I want somebody that like we can really share some responsibilities, and also I just don't want somebody coming into the relationship empty-handed with nothing to offer.
But she's going to bear children for you.
Yes, I don't refuse that fact, but at the same time, there are other women that can do that. So even women with their own money will bear children, right? So if I have that option of taking somebody that can bear children and come with their finances, why not take her? And then also, if you lose your job, you need somebody that will take care of the bill while you try to look for the next job, right?
Okay.
If you want extra money to invest into something else, if you have a financially stable woman, her finances can be used to take care of the family while you guys invest. So it will give you high chances of profiling way easier compared when you are the only sole provider in the family. So that's how I take it.
Okay, but why is it that when women try to date upwards, like people call it hypergamy, that is whereby women tend to date men who are financially stable, they have a more secure job and all that, then they are branded as being gold diggers. Don't you think it's kind of gold digging on men's side when they try to fish for financially stable women?
Well, that thing, the way that is used, even if I was a man with nothing to offer, I don't have my finances together, and I'm looking for a woman that's financially stable and stuff, then I'm gold digger. But that's not the case in this scenario. I'm coming with my own money. I have my own little. It's only that I want somebody with their little one too.
You get a bigger.
Yes. And yeah, so that's how I take it. And if for people like the people that we call gold digger, or people that society call gold digger, these people, they have nothing absolutely to offer in terms of finances, but they want people that are rich, but they are not rich.
Okay, and are they trying to acquire something maybe by themselves, or they're just seated down waiting for that rich man or rich woman to marry?
Well, there are high chances. If you have nothing at all and you want somebody rich, then you have really closed your doors of thinking and trying to work something better. You just want somebody that will come with everything ready-made to enjoy. Our jitumi kabisa. So even your mutu, that's how they see it. So I would say this one is a different case. I have my own money, but I just want a woman with her own money.
Okay, so who will marry those ladies that don't have money and those men that also don't have anything? Don't you think that would be a lot of imbalance? Well,
in this society where we live, there are different classes, right? So there are middle class, upper class, and lower class.
Okay.
So if you're a woman, if you're a man out there, you don't have finances, obviously you get a woman without finances, right? If you are a woman with no finances, high chances you still get somebody
within your class.
And if you want to move up the class, then you look for money before you look into the relationship, so that you move the class. Once you acquire money, you'll move to the next class, right?
Okay.
So if you don't want to marry within your class, look for what will move you to the next class, instead of looking for somebody in that class with nothing to offer.
Okay.
Where exactly will you guys meet?
And actually, that's very important that you mention where people meet, because in this kind of dating scene, marriage and all that, it depends like where you guys meet. Let's say, for example, you are in school, I'm in school, then you go and meet in a certain class, or you meet on the corridors of the classes and all that. Or if you are like someone who's into business and all this, then maybe your partner is also somewhere doing business, so you'll meet on
business trips and conferences.
So that's where the class comes in.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's too much pressure in terms of those people who don't have anything to offer? Let's say, like, they literally don't have opportunities to advance themselves. Where will they find husbands, like, in terms of women?
Where will they find rich husbands? Put it that way, because if it is, where will they find husbands? Yes,
who will cater for them because they are not able to financially sustain themselves.
Well, even in their class where they are, there are people that are within that class that are doing a little bit better than other men in that class. So they will marry them, and the expectation and the kind of life that they will live is still for that class, so they will be able to afford. But if you want to move a class higher than where you are, you have to put in extra work. You guys can marry each other in the same lower class and still work hard to the middle class and to the upper class. So they get away from your class, especially lower and middle class. It's not by getting married to somebody rich. It's by working harder. You can move from any kind of classes to class that you want in society. So I would recommend, yes, men should marry women that have something to offer. They have their own finances together, you know, like when my things are tight, my money is tied up in an investment, I can easily go to over here and say, can you please take care of this month, and say kind of thing, and it won't bring a lot of chaos in the house, you know.
Okay, like personally, I actually understand why you have that point of view, because things are quite uncertain, especially if you are in the employment, not like a sole proprietor or self-employed individual. But looking at it on the moral ground, like fairness and all kind of stuff, I think it would be fair if someone who's from a lower class gets married to someone in a higher class. Like, if women could get richer men so that their lives get to be changed,
and even
vice versa for men. Like, someone who's in a lower class gets married to a lady who is of a higher class, so that they also kind of get to uplift each other.
Yeah, in a fair society, that's how it should work, right? But in our today's question is, should men date women that are financially stable? Yes. If that opportunity is there, yes, we should do that, but it's not a must. And if you want to make it a must, yeah, you go ahead, start avoiding people with no money. But still again, you know, like in every society, you will find that there are those men with money that will still go for women for their own reasons. Women without money. And they'll still marry them. The same thing to women. She will be rich or whatever kind of, which is very rare sometimes, and she can go
a rich woman
going
a poor guy.
Yeah, so but it can happen. So
yeah, but I think, like, in the Dinka culture, based on how the society is set up, it's quite difficult for, like, let's say a rich woman to get married to a poor guy, because it's the guy who's supposed to pay the bride price, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't have resources, then how are you going to afford to pay bride price for your wife? It
won't even happen, because what will happen is that your own family that are expecting dowry, they'll start labeling all your cultural lines, that kind of things. Even with these small things where they date women from outside the country, the Western world, are already being labeled as cultural, and it's a kind of thing. So now it's a tough situation.
Utaitwa gold digger pro max.
Yeah, society will talk, and then people will try to shoot to a point that you will not even enjoy that marriage, and you might even quit. Recently, in South Sudan, a certain vice president daughter was being married by a regular guy. And there were so many talk on Twitter, and they now refer it to as X. So on it, there were so many discussions that the guy is doing it for a certain kind of things and go
to
digging.
His class.
Yes. So you see, so there's one example there. It has happened, but did you see how everybody talk, even people that don't know the guy and don't know the lady that much? So that's how bad it is. So yeah, there's one example of a potentially rich woman marrying We label him
regular
poor
person.
because
You know, he
it's
might
not
be
a-
richer than her.
yes,
or
it's because
on the
we
same
don't.
level.
It's because we don't know the
Yeah,
social
whatever.
status of his father. So that's why people are labeling him as somebody that nobody knows him, right?
Okay.
So, but it might be okay.
In conclusion, people should just date whoever they are comfortable with and look at your goals. Like, do you have goals that are aligning? Don't focus so much on the financial aspect, because you'll find that there's one person who will always be kind of doing fairly better compared to the other. What do you think?
Yeah, but in conclusion, yeah, you date where your hearts belong, right? If the person that you are dating, you really like each other personalities, another thing is only that they don't have money, then there's no problem. But if you can get somebody that has money and has all those qualities, why not go for it? But it all depends, man. The
With
love
where you
thing is
went
so,
and all
yeah,
that, yeah.
the love thing is so dynamic. But yeah, if men were allowed to do that, yeah, for sure. Date stable, date financial stable women.